Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel Learning Point. This is Palak Jain and today we are going to discuss about settlement of industrial disputes. So guys, today we'll understand preventive measures for the settlement of industrial disputes, and in my next video we'll discuss about machinery for settlement of industrial disputes. So what are the preventive measures for settlement of industrial disputes? They are code of discipline, tripartite machinery, workers' participation in management, collective bargaining, model standing orders, works committee. So these are the preventive measures. Now we'll understand all these measures in detail. So first preventive measure is code of discipline. It was introduced in the year 1958 and is applicable to both public and private sector enterprises. So, when it was introduced, Code of Discipline was introduced in the year 1958 and it is applicable to both public sector enterprise and private sector enterprises. Now, what it does? It provides guidelines for workers, employees, workmen, unions and employers. So code of discipline provides guideline. It provides guidelines for whom? It provides guidelines to workers, employees, workmen, unions and employers. It aims to prevent dispute through negotiations without interference of an outside agency. What is the aim of code of discipline? To prevent dispute. Code of discipline prevents disputes. Disputes को रोकता है through negotiations without interference of an outside agency. There's no legal liability or punishment and it involves any moral sanctions. So there is no legal liability or punishment given under code of discipline and it involves moral sanctions. It is based on the following principles. So code of discipline is based on the following principles. They are: prior and proper notice must be given before any strike or lockouts. So before doing any strike or lockout, prior and proper notice must be given. All the parties must be consulted before taking any action. So before taking any of the action, कोई भी action लेने से पहले सारी parties को consult करना चाहिए. There should be no deliberate damage to the employer's property. तो employer की property को जानबूझकर कोई damage नहीं पहुंचाया जाएगा. Go slow tactic must be avoided. So what is go slow tactic? It's a kind of strike in which workers slow down the speed of working so that employer can have loss, and acts of violations, intimidation and coercion should not be resorted. Next one is tripartite machinery. It consists of representatives of the central and state government, employers and workers. So tripartite machinery consists of representatives of central government, state government, employers and workers. It was only after the 4th Labour Conference held in August 1942 that permanent tripartite collaboration machinery was set up and was known as Preliminary Labour Conference, which later came to be known as Indian Labour Conference ILC. So after the 4th Labour Conference held in August 1942, permanent tripartite collaboration machinery was set up, and earlier it was known as Preliminary Labour Conference and later it is known as Indian Labour Conference ILC. These committees are advisory in nature. So what is the nature of these committees? It is advisory. It gives advices and play a significant role in labor policy formulation, and it plays a very important role in labor policy formulation. They help the agreed parties to mutually settle the disputes. So what these committees do? They help the agreed parties to mutually settle. They can mutually settle the disputes through these committees while fostering the spirit of cooperation and goodwill among them. Some examples of such bodies are the Indian Labour Conference ILC, the Standing Labour Committee SLC, the Committee on Conventions, and the Industrial Committee. Next preventive measure is workers' participation in management. So it focuses on involvement of workers by the management in the decision making process. So what does workers' participation in management do? It focuses on involvement of workers. So workers should be involved by the management in decision making process. जो decision making process उनमें workers को involve किया जाना चाहिए. It helps in promoting industrial democracy and is based on human relation approach to the management. So what does it do? It helps in promoting industrial democracy. It promotes industrial democracy and is based on human relations approach to the management. They can be involved in consultative, associative, administrative and decisive participation. So workers can be involved in consultative, associative, administrative and decisive participation. The important schemes of workers' participation are, what are the important schemes? They are joint management councils, shop councils and joint councils. Next preventive measure is model standing orders. These are set of rules and regulations that must be followed by the employers and employees that will help in regulating standards of their behavior. So what are model standing orders? They are set of rules and regulations that must be followed by whom? Employer and employee, that will help in regulating standards of their behavior. So what it will do? It will regulate behavior of employers and employees. These explicitly mention the duties and responsibilities of both employers and employees towards each other. So what model standing orders do? They explicitly mention the duties and responsibilities. What are the duties and responsibilities of both employers and employees towards each other? Next preventive measure is Works Committee. So according to the Industrial Disputes Act 1947, it is mandatory for the employer to set up a work committee in every organization in which 100 or more workmen are employed during the previous year. So according to the Industrial Disputes Act 1947, it is mandatory, it is compulsory for the employer to set up a work committee. So it is compulsory for the employer to set up a work committee in every organization. हर एक organization में work committee होनी चाहिए in which 100, जिसमें 100 or more workmen employed हैं, work कर रहे हैं during previous year. These are consultative bodies. So works committee are consultative bodies that have members of both employer and employees. So it have members of both employers and employees. These aim at maintaining harmonious relations at workplace. So why works committee are set? To maintain harmonious relations at workplace and sort out the differences existing between both the parties. Work committee should focus on following things like administration of welfare and fine funds, educational and recreational activities, safety and accident prevention कैसे करेंगे, occupational जो disease होते हैं, जो occupation जो during work जो बीमारियां हो जाती हैं, protective equipment कौन से होने चाहिए, कंडीशंस ऑफ वर्क कैसी होनी चाहिए, लाइक वेंटिलेशन प्रॉपर होना चाहिए, प्रॉपर लाइटनिंग होनी चाहिए, जो टेम्परेचर है लाइक ना ज़्यादा गर्मी होनी चाहिए ना ज़्यादा ठंड होनी चाहिए, एंड सैनिटेशन। एमिनिटीज सच एज ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, प्रॉपर ड्रिंकिंग वाटर होना चाहिए, कैंटीन होनी चाहिए, डाइनिंग रूम्स, मेडिकल एंड हेल्थ सर्विसेज। नेक्स्ट प्रिवेंटिव मेजर इज कलेक्टिव बार्गेनिंग। ILO defines collective bargaining as all negotiations which take place between an employer, a group of employers, or one or more employers organization on the one hand and one or more workers organization on the other. So what is collective bargaining? All negotiations, सारे negotiations which take place between, जो किन के बीच होते हैं, एम्प्लॉयर या ग्रुप ऑफ एम्प्लॉयर्स के बीच में, और मोर एम्प्लॉयर्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑन द वन हैंड, एक तरफ वन और मोर एम्प्लॉयर्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, and on the other hand one or more workers organization. So what is collective bargaining? It is negotiations which take place between either employer or group of employers, or between employers organization on one hand and workers organization on the other hand. Why they do negotiations? For determining working conditions and terms of employment, to determine the working conditions and what should be the terms of employment, regulating relations between employers and workers, to regulate the relations of employers and workers, fixing up the price of labor services, establishing system of industrial jurisprudence. So to establish industrial jurisprudence, collective bargaining is done, and in collective bargaining workers collectively bargain for their interest and benefits. Now we'll understand process of collective bargaining. So first one is preparation for negotiations. So both the parties prepare for negotiations. Next step is identifying bargaining issues. तो नेक्स्ट स्टेप में हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं कि बार्गेनिंग इश्यूज कौन से हो सकते हैं। वेज रिलेटेड इश्यूज होते हैं या सप्लीमेंट्री इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स, आइदर इंस्टीट्यूशनल इश्यूज और administrative issues. So what are wage related issues? Like basic wage rate, cost of living adjustment, wage differential, overtime rates, allowances, etc. And supplementary economic benefit includes, they are pension plans, paid vacations, health insurance, paid holidays, and etc. Institutional issues. What are institutional issues? They are राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज ऑफ एम्प्लॉयर्स, जो राइट्स और ड्यूटीज होते हैं एम्प्लॉयर्स की, एंड क्वालिटी ऑफ वर्क लाइफ प्रोग्राम्स. व्हाट आर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव इश्यूज? सिक्योरिटी, एम्प्लॉय डिसिप्लिन एंड डिस्चार्ज प्रोसीजर, एम्प्लॉयज हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी, एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंजेस. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज negotiations. So after identifying the bargaining issues, negotiations are done. After this, what they do? Settlement and contract agreement. So after they have done all the negotiations, so informally whatever they have discussed, they think whether it is acceptable or not. वो जिन भी चीज़ों पर agree किए हैं, तो they think that whether it is acceptable or not. So what they do? They present that agreement in front of union members. एंड देन दे वोट. तो जो भी निगोशिएशंस पे जिन भी पॉइंट्स पे वो अग्री हुए हैं, दे प्रिपेयर एन एग्रीमेंट एंड दे प्रेजेंट इट इन द फ्रंट ऑफ यूनियन मेंबर्स. आफ्टर दैट वोटिंग इज डन. सो इफ यूनियन मेंबर वोट्स दैट एग्रीमेंट, देन दैट एग्रीमेंट इज फॉर्मलाइज्ड एंड इट टर्न्स इनटू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. अगर यूनियन मेंबर वोट करते हैं, देन that agreement is formalized and it turns into contract. लास्ट वन इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द एग्रीमेंट. तो अभी हमने एग्रीमेंट तो बना लिया, बट इट्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो इट इज़ द रोल ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर इन डे टू डे administration of the agreement. So guys, I hope you will find this video helpful, and if you find it helpful, then please press the like button and subscribe my channel Learning Point. You can also leave a comment about the video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye.